To introduce our next speaker for the day, we now request Mr. Vignesh Ramanan, Vice Chairman IIF Chennai Chapter, to introduce Mr. Prabhuram, MD, Alubee Die Casters, to the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure in introducing one of the most powerful speakers I've heard in a very long time. So, Mr. Prabhuram is a mechanical engineer by profession and a MBA graduate. He's a first-generation entrepreneur and an enthusiast. He is a team-spirited leader, an inspiring speaker, and a compulsive optimist, embodying boundless energy. As the co-founder and managing director of Alubee Die Casters Private Limited, he drives the organization to set top-notch benchmarks, resulting in habitual award wins. Mr. Prabhuram has inspired numerous individuals to strive for personal growth, contributing to society in various ways. He has mentored students, encouraging them to aspire to bring revolutionary changes to their communities. In addition to his professional endeavors, Mr. Prabhuram is an avid reader and passionate photographer, leaving his mark wherever he goes. Let's put on our thinking hats and listen to Mr. Prabhuram. The floor is yours, sir.
Very happy afternoon to everybody. Immense gratitude to my Mata, Pita, Guru, Daivam. Thank you very much for IIF for giving me the opportunity to express myself. Thank you for everybody who's attending here, and thank you for giving your time. Time is your life, time is life. Too much of technical we have heard, and the topic is given to me is casting success, pouring quality, cost and delivery, which has been very elaborately talked by Mr. Rajgopal and also subsequently from Sundaraklat and Ms. Ranganathan also given too much of technical thing. I just want to decide in my mind that I just want to talk something management related than too much of technical. Now QCD is mandatory. It's not considered something special. It's already standard. If you want to be in the business, QCD is mandatory. We have heard a lot about quality, cost and delivery. Everybody knows everything about it, and we have to just go and apply. That's it. And there was an army chief. He just entering his office as a new joiner, and then when he was entering into the office, he saw two Jawans standing near a bench, two people with a gun. And then he just attended that duties, and when he came back, he also saw that two people were standing near that bench. Then while going, he was asking, why are you standing? What is the significance of it? They said, I don't know. Before that you joined, that person has told to stand, that's what. So he is very curious, what is that these people are standing here? Then somehow he found that earlier person and asked, why these two Jawans are standing near that bench? Then he said, I don't know, before I get retired, my senior told me to do this. Like that he wanted to know, so he deep down, wherever he was, almost about, he found out after 10-15 people of interview, one 90-year-old man, he just went and asked, what is the significance of this? He said, when I was retiring, somebody was painting the chair. I told the two Jawans to stand there because somebody sits there, the paint will get dirty. So I just asked them to stand near the thing till it dried. Is it not dried till? He was asking. That's why, see, why I'm telling this story is, we are following the old methods. Because somebody is done, because somebody is done, because somebody is done. If you keep doing the same thing, we'll keep getting the same stuff. It's time for us to change. That which does not change does not grow. That which does not grow dies eventually. So growth is scale. Growth is in scaling. There are two things which is very important. Most of us could not scale because one is lack of capital, another one is lack of leadership availability. Now, capital availability also, we can very easily say that if you have a proper business model and presentation skills, a lot of people are ready to invest. But still, there is a very big lack is lack of second line, lack of leadership. That's why we are having all the issues. Why we are not able to empower the second line, that we have to analyze. It's because that we are not able to inspire them, we are not able to motivate them, we are not able to empower them. Why? There is a science behind it, we have to understand it. See, there is a thing called before change, there is a thing called after change, then there is a line which is called transition. Before change, it's always less pleasure, less comfort. After change, it's always more pleasure, great comfort. But the transition is always uncomfortable, which is painful. Human being is designed to embrace pleasure, not pain. It's the nature of human being. So obviously, people will try to stay in that comfort zone and status quo, because even though it is less pleasure, even though it is less comfort, they are not ready to endure the transition to get that higher comfort. Growth is in you moving from lower comfort to higher comfort through non-comfortable transitions. Transitions are always uncomfortable. So what is the role of leader here to create more leaders or empower people? We have to make the team in such a way they will see the bigger picture in a very clear way, and they will get excited about the bigger picture. They don't even remember, they don't even know that there is a transition. If you want to understand that in a very clear sentence, in one of the song in Sangamam, Vairamuthes wrote, Porkalam nee pugumbodhu, mul teippadu kaal ariyadu. This means when you want to go to a war, whatever that small thing it stitches in your leg, you don't even notice. Like that, the transition should not be known, seen, felt by the people when you are able to sell the goal to them. This is one way. Or the other way is, the transition should be, always the transition is uncomfortable, which is uncomfortable is painful. How you will be able to make the transition pleasurable? If you are able to make the transition pleasurable, then obviously they will not have hesitation to go from lower comfort to higher comfort, which is what we want to change. Anything you want to follow or anything you want to change, anything you want to do, because the team's cooperation is required. Why the team is not doing? Because they want to endure transition. Why they don't want to do the intuition? Because they feel it's a painful. So what is the alternate? We have to make it pleasurable. For example, if you want to burn calorie and reduce your weight, if you go to a personal trainer, he will give a lot of exercises in cardiovasculars and tumbles and pull-ups and sit-ups and other things. You will get tired of it. Suppose in case that there is one more personal trainer that he finds that you love dancing. If you make you dance for Vati coming, and then he will make you sweat out of it and burn the calories, obviously you will go daily to the gym and then you will reduce the weight. The transition he made it is, I'm just giving an example, you can derive out of it, you're all very intellectual and there are a lot of entrepreneurs sitting here, there are a lot of leaders sitting here, you will be able to derive out of it. But the basically empowerment simply means how we are pushing the team from lower comfort to higher comfort, even though the transition is uncomfortable, how we are going to make that transition pleasurable, or they don't even realize that there is a transition, how we are selling the goal to them. That's a very important thing. And also, there is a study conducted which says anybody we recruit in second line or senior management level, it takes to achieve the break even for them to come from consumer to contributor, it takes 4.2 years. Anybody we recruit to the company, this is an average figure, I am not telling everybody, it is an average figure. It takes to make them consumer to contributor, it's 4.2 years. If you are able to accelerate transition acceleration, through transition acceleration, if you are able to reduce even 1 year, it's going to be a great saving to the company. So how are we going to reduce the time? Everybody, we will make it to contributor from consumer. That is very, very important. Normally, see, we can be very passionate about whatever we are doing and we can talk anything in business. For example, there is a case you are calling on department head and you are talking about, the customers are very, very thing, and the era is changing to EV from IC engine, then that a lot of competition will be there, it will be very, very important. All that stuff we can talk. But what if that person whom you are talking is thinking about retirement? So we don't know. We are talking about very passionate about everything, but that other person thinking about retirement, but he will not tell. So you will not be able to expect the passion what you are having, because you are the process owner, you are the business owner, or you are the department head, or you are the leading person, you are the leader. You will be able to do that, but all the people that cannot be able to do it. So what is the next alternate? System and structure. That's the only way. See, 33% of our life, almost about 22 years, we have been driven by a structure through education. You have to go to school at that time, you have to have a lunch time, and you have to come from a school, and you have to have a tuition time, and then there is a quarterly exam, there is a revision exam, there is an annual exam, then there is a summer holidays. You have been very clearly structured. The moment you come to employment, you are considered adult, and you will be given freedom that you can do whatever you want. Human being, if you're given a chance, anybody for that matter, human being will try to do what is easy, not what is right. Between low pleasure and high pleasure, they will choose high pleasure. Between low pain and high pain, they will choose low pain. This is the nature of human being. So what we are doing it, we consider that they're all adults, they will do whatever they want. No, they cannot, because human being nature is, and also they have been structured for 33% of their life. The next 33%, which is the career growth, also to be structured and systematized, you have to make it accountable, because accountability drives performance. Accountability simply means responsibility plus ownership. That's accountability. So accountability, you have to fix it. How to fix it, accountability? That everybody knows what is that you are expecting from him, and what role the clear measures, how the criteria, how you are evaluating the criteria, everything we have to derive very clearly. Probably, if possible, performance-based remuneration, because the race horse and the normal horse cannot be the same. So performance-based remuneration, how we are doing, all that we have to do it. Passion-driven system. Passion cannot be transferred to everybody. It is inside out, it cannot be outside in. Normally, we do everything, finally forget to do one thing, that is effectiveness. We have intent, we have implementation systems. Do we have a very clear system of effectiveness measurement? Doctor said you have to reduce the weight. Yes, I am having an intent that I want to reduce the weight. And I also implemented a lot of things. I am doing exercises, I am going for gym, I am having food restriction. Everything is there. But do we have the effectiveness? I was 110 kg before 3 months. Now how much you are? I am also same 110 kg. But whatever you are monitoring, intent is there, implementation is there, but there is no effectiveness. Then what is the use? That means whatever you are doing, it's not in process congruence. Intent is there, but implementation is also there. But what is the effectiveness? I have appointed a quality manager, I have set up a team, everything has been done. The lot of procedures, kaizens, everything has been done. Intent, implementation is there. Effectiveness, what was the quality before 6 months? It was almost about 20 kg per day in one department. Now what is that quality rejection? It is also 22 kg. Then there is no effectiveness in this. Efficiency may be there, effectiveness may not be there. There's a difference between efficiency and effectiveness. Efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness is doing right thing. And efficiency is leaning against the wall which you want to grow. Effectiveness is the wall is the right wall. So this is effectiveness. This is what I call as IIE, intent, implementation and effectiveness. See, before 20 years, if you want to be a numero, you have to one of the three. One, you have to be the first in whatever you do, which is innovation, or you have to be the best in whatever you do, which is process excellence, or you have to be the fastest in whatever you do, which is execution. Currently, today, if you want to be a numero uno, you have to be in all the three. You have to be the first, you have to be the best, and you have to be the fastest. Then only we can stay in the industry. If you are not in the first, you will not get all the food. So you have to be the first if you want to travel in the industry. For that, you have to have all the three. When we are talking about effectiveness, I don't think nobody puts it better than Stephen Covey when he said 7 beautiful habits of highly effective people. He speaks about proactiveness. What is proactiveness? It's about 5 directions of your intelligence. Whenever the problem comes, the mind can think in multi-direction.